You've probably heard that inflation is this super complicated economic thing, right? Full of confusing charts and technical jargon. But what if I told you we could explain the whole thing with just monkeys, leaves, and a whole lot of bananas? Yeah, you heard me. Let's get into it.
I know it sounds a little weird, but trust me, this simple little story holds the key to understanding one of life's biggest financial mysteries: why the money in your wallet sometimes feels like it's just shrinking. So, really, what do monkeys and bananas have to do with your money?
All right, let's peel this back and see what's inside. Okay, to get this, let's start by imagining a perfect, super simple world. We've got a little economy. There are monkeys and they want bananas. And there's a farmer who sells them. The money, well, they use leaves. And the exchange rate is as simple as it gets. One leaf buys one banana. Everything is stable, predictable, perfect. In this state of perfect balance, everyone is happy. The monkey gets their banana, the farmer gets paid, and the value of a leaf is crystal clear. Life is good. But, as you and I both know, economies rarely stay this simple for long. So what happens to throw a wrench in this banana paradise? Well, let's explore 3 different stories that all end the same way, with our poor monkey needing more and more leaves to buy the exact same banana. Our first story is about something economists call demand pull inflation. And honestly, the name kind of gives it away. The demand for something gets really hot, and it literally pulls the price higher. So all of a sudden, way more monkeys want to buy bananas, but our farmer is still growing the same old amount. So, word gets out about how amazing these bananas are. Our first monkey tells his friends, and they tell their friends. And pretty soon, there's a huge line at the banana stand. With all these monkeys waving their leaves around, the farmer realizes his bananas are suddenly a hot commodity. So what does he do? You guessed it, he raises the price. Too much demand is pulling that price right on up. Okay, our second story is about a totally different kind of pressure: cost push inflation. This time, the problem isn't how many monkeys want bananas. The issue is on the farmer side of things. It's suddenly costing him more just to grow the bananas in the first place. Let's say a drought makes banana seeds way more rare, and their price suddenly doubles. The farmer has no choice but to pass that extra cost on to the monkeys. I mean, to cover his new expenses and just stay in business, he has to raise the price. The rising cost of production is pushing the final price higher for everyone. Now for our third story. This one's really interesting because it has nothing to do with the bananas themselves. This is called monetary inflation. In this situation, the supply of bananas is the same, and the number of hungry monkeys is the same. The only thing that's changed is the amount of money, in this case, leaves, in the economy. Imagine the monkeys stumbled upon a giant tree that just drops tons and tons of new leaves. All of a sudden, every monkey has twice as many leaves as before. They all feel rich. But since the number of bananas for sale hasn't changed one bit, the farmer realizes he can charge more. The leaves themselves have become less valuable, just because they're so much more common. And this brings us to something way more dangerous. Because when monetary inflation is just left to run wild, it can spin out of control and become a vicious cycle known as hyperinflation. It creates this absolutely terrifying feedback loop. Let's walk through it. First, banana prices go up. So the monkey government, trying to help, just creates more leaves so everyone can still afford bananas. But now with more leaves chasing the same number of bananas, the farmer raises prices again. In response, the government creates even more leaves. You can see where this is going. The cycle just repeats with prices spiraling higher and higher and the value of each leaf just plummeting. It gets absurd really fast. You start needing a wheelbarrow full of leaves just to buy a single banana. The currency itself becomes essentially worthless, and everyone can see that things are just, well, they're getting ridiculous. A cycle like this only ends when the currency completely collapses. The monkey government is forced to scrap the leaves entirely, burn them all, and just start over with a new currency, like sticks, just to get some kind of order and value back into their economy. So the crucial point in all this is, what does it mean for an individual monkey's wallet? Is inflation always a bad thing? Well, it depends. So let's break it down like this. If your pile of leaves, your income, grows at the same rate as the price of bananas, you're balanced. You're a happy monkey. Now, if your leaves increase but banana prices stay the same, hey, you're winning. You're actually getting richer. But here's the painful one. If your pile of leaves stays the same while the price of bananas goes up, your purchasing power is shrinking. You're becoming a poor monkey. It's all about whether your income is keeping pace. And of course, the moral of the story here is that this monkey isn't just a monkey. The monkey is all of us. We're all navigating our own economies, trying to make sure our own pile of leaves keeps up with the rising price of bananas. So, what's the big takeaway from our little adventure in primate economics? Is there anything a clever monkey can do about all this?
So, what can a smart monkey do? Well, the key is to not just hold on to your leaves, which can lose their value over time. No, the wise monkey invests in the thing that produces the value, the banana trees. In our world, these banana trees are what we call productive assets, things like businesses, stocks, or real estate that can grow and generate wealth, protecting you from the risk of your cash becoming worthless.
So you see, while it's a simple story about monkeys, it shows us the fundamental forces that can make our real-world economies feel totally stable one day and completely chaotic the next. It's a good reminder that when it comes to money, things can sometimes get really, really bananas.